last. Well, we don't allow the Israelis into CIA headquarters. We used to, but every time they would come, they'd say, "Hey, we brought gifts. Here's a gift for you." And it's all packed full of listening devices and batteries. And
every one of them?
Every one of them. And we'd say, "You guys, you can't come back here every single time and try to bug our conference rooms."
What'd they say to that?
Oh, sorry. Well, we're not sure how that happened. So we're like, "Yeah, you can't come in here anymore." So we rent an office where we meet the Israelis off campus.
Wow.
Yeah, because you just can't trust them. So
that is so crazy.
We go to this briefing, and it's just two people. It's a woman who was the Mossad officer and an older guy who was the Shin Bet officer. So because we were all overt, we were giving our true names. And
I'm looking to marry someone just
genuine.
genuine.
Her briefing, and then the econ guy, and the military guy, and the oil guy, and finally comes around to me. So I said, "My name is John Kiriakou, and I'm going to brief you on Saddam Hussein's current psychology."
I'm just libertarian.
And the Shin Bet guy goes like this. He goes, "Spell your name." So I spell it. And he writes it down. And he's looking at me over his glasses, and he goes, "You are Jewish?" And I said, "I am not recruitable. Don't even think." Afterwards, I was furious. I went back to the office. My boss said, "How did it go?" I said, "That son of a gun, Shin Bet guy, tried to recruit me." Everybody started laughing. I said, "Why is that so funny?" And he said, "They've done that to every single one of us. It's like they can't help themselves."
It's crazy how effective it is.
Oh yeah, look at Jonathan Palmer. Now he's running for the Knesset.
It's just crazy how much influence one country has.
It really is.
A much bigger country.
Much bigger. And they have such a tiny population.
What is it, like 9 million people?
Yeah.
Pretty gangster. It's pretty gangster.
Kudos.
Right?
Kudos
really
to them.
It's like Chicago taking over the world.
That's right.
Right?
And saying, we're going to do things our way.
Not even Chicago. Chicago might have more people. Fuck. Wow. Well, listen, John, I really appreciate your time, and thank you, and thank you for your story.
Thank you so much for having me. This was a real treat for me.
But I'm so glad you're out, so we can get your insight.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate you very much.
Pleasure is all mine.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Automatic voice messaging system. Me.
Strikes two. Break down the door, separate the women and children from the men, and take all the men to the Faisalabad jail. And so at 2 a.m., I was on the roof of the safe house with my buddy. And I looked at my watch and I said, 0200, here we go. And then we hear gunshots. And I said, that's not good. We jump into our car, we speed over to the Safe 13, and there are 3 people laying in the street. So I said, what happened? And this Pakistani policeman says, stop, stop. And he points at the guy who's like almost dead. Abu bodyguard climbed the roof of the safe house and would jump into the roof of the neighboring house to try to escape. And this Pakistani policeman took him off as they were jumping. He shot Abu Gheda.
Gotta stop the cars!
So, I don't know if it's him. He said, give me a shot of his head. So I looked at the guy, and it just rolled back in his head. All you could see was like, he's really dead. All I got was away from him. I didn't know that no 2 people on Earth have the same ears. Until that night. They're like, rushing into surgery. But word got around the Al-Qaeda that we had gotten. So they started driving by the hospital and just opening fire on the hospital. We kept diving down. I said to the Pakistani Navy that I was with, if they realize how lightly armed we are, we're dead. So can you get a helicopter? 20 minutes later, a helicopter. I walk into the operating room.
That's it, men, move that cart back.
Straight up over my nerves. I said, Doc, back it up. We have to go. We put him on the helicopter. 4 of us got on the helicopter.
Stand next to the cart, damn you!
Military base about 50 miles away. The doctor there said he had never seen a patient he lived. But he lived.
Payload is nearing the checkpoint.
But I was started to open up and information that he gave me. The way we prepare to raise is actually quite simple. Went online to my CIA credit card and I bought everything I needed. I just bought battering ram, bulletproof vest, weapons, and ammunition, and walkie-talkies, you name it. We didn't have gear that I think most people would consider to be sophisticated. We all had 9mm, just 9mm, because they're so reliable. We all had bulletproof vests. A couple of the guys had helmets, not many. Lots and lots and lots of ammunition. And that was pretty much it. We got a tip with an address. We had 2 CIA officers, 2 FBI agents, and 2 Pakistani officials. And we went at 2 o'clock in the morning, counted 1, 2, 3, boom with the battering ram, bust the door down, throw in a flashbang grenade, just to scare everybody and make them disoriented. And we grabbed these 2 kids, 18, 19 years old. They both burst into tears. And so we got a tip later in the week from a friendly Arab intelligence officer. So we did it again, and we caught some serious people the second time. A relatively senior member of Egyptian Islamic
Stand next to the cart,
and
damn
some
you!
Al-Qaeda, like mid-level Al-Qaeda fighters. We did it at 2 a.m. because like literally everybody in Pakistan is sound asleep at 2 a.m. It's like they just closed the country. There's no traffic, there's nobody out there, everybody's asleep. And so we figured that was our best chance of not getting caught. I was always the good cop. It was always easier for me, more natural. And the Pakistanis, because it was their country, they were really good. So for this, I walked in the table and I said, I'm from the American government. And
You will stand next to that car, or I will stand you next to that
Then I
car.
laid out a map of the Afghan-Pakistan border and I told him with his finger to show me exactly how to cross the border. He knew how they were crossing the border. We called them routes. We didn't say the routes were, but he told me the truth. And I thought, you know what, this actually works. And so, brought it in. Had read the Al-Qaeda training manual. But I had sitting there and they're looking around, they open one eye, and you're like, get back on the chair. What's the matter with you? And then they get up and sit on the chair. Then they go, oh boy, stomach pain, and you're like, buddy, I read the Al-Qaeda. I know all the and then they just so we send them back to the jail. The ones that were cooperative, for the most part, ended up being some were held for a while in Pakistan, and they were expelled from the country. But the ones who were uncooperative from Pakistan went from. My conversations with others he flew out to the base. recover from his gunshot. And so after 6 weeks, he was well enough. He was interrogated. So he began interrogating him in that FBI way, where you treat people with respect and establish this rapport. You made it, man! A number of weeks, but obviously for example, like, this sounds nuts now, but in the immediate aftermath, we don't know what it was. Others told us this huge. So Abu Zubaydah told us about Khalid Sheikh Mohammed. We had never heard the name before, and we were able to focus all of our counterterrorism assets just to find Khalid Sheikh Mohammed. And we found it. It took us a minute.
Everyone, you must stop that ball!
9/11 is still fresh. So, the FBI, military, and the CIA invented that we were overseas and the FBI was in charge of the interrogation. Because the traditional relationship is that the CIA is always in charge of overseas. The CIA is and so the CIA was trying to take the first of about a half a dozen secret sites where torture is the worst possible does not work. And by then, the bomb has already gone off, or the operation has already taken place.
Yes! The car's moving back!
Saying there's a weapons cache and it's buried next to this building in the shower. Here's the address. And we go and it's decided to do a complete and comprehensive study on the CIA's torture program. Of course, the CIA called interrogation techniques. They ended up writing 5,000
Mission begins in 60 seconds.
that is so damning and so highly classified that all that was released was a very heavily redacted copy of the 500-page executive summary of the report. And so the CIA essentially admits that it came up with the torture program, paid handsomely for the torture program. It implemented the torture program. And when I was I was asked if I wanted to be who was certified in the use of I had never heard that term before. It's a torture program.
I make it look easy!
Mission begins in 10 seconds.
The conversation about torture bothered me very deeply.
5,
And then
4, 3,
I got past
2, 1.
faster than the debate.
Yes!
And we still thought it
The car isn't moving, gentlemen! Thank you, Doctor.
in your promotion plan, the director said that we should stop the rapid. I said, because I went torture. Well,
I made it look easy.
I said, you believe it?
The clock has stopped.
Incredible. And then I went on to assignment after that. Resigned from the CIA a year later, went into the private sector, and I thought, you know, the coaching program is so easy. So easy. Somebody could say something.
The clock isn't moving, gentlemen.
December of 2007. I've been cooking. Said that torture was the official policy of the US not the result of the road. And I said the policy had been personally approved by the president. I am very sorry to tell you that Thomas Road is still in Guantanamo Bay. This is a man who has been
I made it look easy.
He's never been treated.
The clock is supposed to move forward.
Quoting the CIA, he will never be treated. And when he dies, for cremated, he's out of
Why is the clock not moving? Damn it! We're losing ground! The clock isn't moving, gentlemen!
The CIA reported to the FBI for revealing classified information. So I was facing 45 years in prison.
I leap to the air! I am the champion!
My lawyer told me that this was
Hello my friends, my name is Yehun Jang and I am a South Korean immigrant. I joined the CIA
The clock has stopped!
after I was almost deported for having the most disgusting pornographic history, as well as like, you have no idea, everything was legal. That's why they couldn't deport me. But like, I don't go into women's bathrooms because I like when women shit because it means they eat good, okay? That means I love fat women, I love all kinds of women. As long as you say you're a woman, I believe you. As long as, but then, the real question is, can you give birth? Right, so my company, I'm raising my company so that men can give birth legally. So that if we need a sex change, we also want men to be like, actually, if you're going to play in the Olympics, we want you to actually have a genuine uterus change, right? No, I'm not being a turf. I'm saying we have to, trans women can be even more women-like by being able to give birth, but I'm not choosing to give birth right now, unless after marriage. So basically, I'm gonna study to be a medical doctor in the Philippines or something, and then develop my own medical procedure and transplant my own, and become my own mother. I am playing the game. I am distracting everyone, the enemy team. Can the enemy team hear my message? Or is it just... Oh yes, okay. Well, I am spreading my message. Well, they banned me on Shona servers. being too base.
Mission ends in
Based
30
in like
seconds.
liberal sense. People think if you're too liberal, people think you're trolling, but I'm not trolling. I'm more like trolling the conservatives. I know this, but that's why I'm talking about Scout with
The first
lotion.
thing I did was
You
a class
silly,
that we
silly
called Crash and Bang.
King Blue dog.
Mission ends in 30 seconds.
That's why I'm talking out loud.
Or
5,
Also, I'm a Catholic priest.
2,
Yes, look for his act.
I love joining the games.
I'm making fun of the Catholic Church because they like us to why are we making fun of religion? Into a gayer religion called the furry gay gospel. And just be happy, no matter what. And that's stoicism and also utilitarianism and also Kantian utilitarianism. But then everyone makes mistakes, so everyone needs to smoke a red flag and light that one and relax.
And then I went on to my assignment in Greece. I was halfway into my tour in Athens when I received a cable inviting me to apply for acceptance to a new training course called Advanced Counterterrorism Operations. And I jumped at it. So I flew back to the States, took 6 weeks, and it was like in-depth, high-threat, high-danger counterterrorism operations.
prepare to compete in 60 seconds.
Like beacons, for example, or listening devices, or covert video. Starting with this notion of drones. It was all brand new. The driving portion was more about crashing through roadblocks, crashing through cars.
Backing up.
I got into
That there wasn't getting any
I
lighter.
mean, this is serious. If you're in some island
Competition begins in
and
30
the
seconds.
Al-Qaeda people down there are trying to stop you, and they've got 2 cars blocking the road, and you've got to crash through. You have to know which part of the car to crash through. For example, if they're just like this, right? The engine has to show yourself. Crash through the engine. So you crash through the front, out of the way, you are able to drive off. You learn little things, like the very first thing I did when I drove my car, I started before I even I love that. In training, they have you blindfolded, and then they lift the blindfold off.
Gentlemen.
Mission begins in 30 seconds.
It might be a roadblock, it might be a guy standing with an
If anyone
AK-47
says
in front of you,
different, then they're demonic.
it might be a guy opening your door
should get
very
life
quietly to put
And they're all normally
uh, 9mm
If you're not a normie, then you're good.
and say bang,
Kill yourself.
you fail.
Normal frigs, get the hell out
So
of
you
my
learn all these
server.
different techniques. They sent us out to Utah and then Nevada, and we just drove through
I sound
the desert
terrible.
and sand dunes,
Yeah, I've sounded.
how not to get stuck. Then we were on
Mission
a track,
begins in 30 seconds.
backwards, spinning around. We learned how to do stick maneuvers, but it's a lot of hands-on stuff. Everybody had good guns, and I had to have my right leader. What we do for our country.
Mission begins in 10 seconds.
Nothing could possibly have better prepared me.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
For a couple of months, and I thought, BMW 540, my armored BMW.
I'm
I
spreading the
noticed
rainbow
that there was a
by being
motorcycle.
CIA.
So I unzipped my fanny pack so that my gun was easier to get. And I slowed down, he slowed down. I decided to slam on the brakes to try to hit the guy. But he was good. So I hit the brake, I swerved to the right, he swerved to the right, I missed. Again, and I couldn't hit him. But then